Finally, we arrived to Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. Today we are going to share with you all of our Vietnamese adventures, and we are going to share all of the expenses we have made. We've decided to divide them into three most important categories, which would be flights, accommodation, and then food, drinks, souvenirs and other. It's very important to add that the third category is very hard to track since everything in Vietnam is much cheaper and we didn't note every meal or drink for a few cents because we rather decided to enjoy them. We started by buying the cheapest flight with Kiwi.com for just €100 per person from Mumbai in India and by booking the accommodation for €10 per night for 1 week in Hanoi, which would be €60 per person for 1 week. The airport in Hanoi is approximately 40 minutes away from the city center where we decided to book our accommodation. The bus to the city center was $170 per person. As you might know, Vietnam and especially Hanoi, the capital, is known for the soup called pho.
We are on our way for the national Vietnamese soup, pho. It's one of the best places and local people recommend us to go to this place. It's pho number 10. So let's go and try.
In pho number 10 they only serve pho made out of many recipes.
We are eating pho soup. It's one of the best soups in the world. It's made out of 20 ingredients. Imagine.
It was perfect.
In the center of Hanoi there is a couple of small narrow streets ordered in a chaotic way only locals know by heart and don't need to use any maps to get into their location. There are many little temples including Bamma, honoring a legendary horse, plus Don Juan Market, selling household goods and a street food. In Hanoi we loved famous bubble tea, but Vietnamese, which costs only 90 cents. We drank so much of it, we lost the track of how much we had.
We are going to try typical Vietnamese bubble tea. It's just €1. Perfect.
Very popular in Hanoi is a train street, which is full of restaurants and cafes. In this time, this street is closed for tourists, but as a true travel hackers, we found a way to get here. All you need to do is to say you are going to drink coffee in one of these places and they will let you in. And you are probably wondering why this happened. It's because of rude tourists who are not respecting the culture of Vietnamese cohabitation, so don't forget to respect everyone, always. The best transport in Vietnam is all-time favorite motorcycle. Vietnamese people are magicians who can transport everything on their motorcycles. They love it so much that they won't leave their bikes alone for any minute. As a true travel hackers we tried to fit in and we rented one. Renting a motorcycle cost us $7 per day and a fuel here is around 30 cents per liter, so it's incredibly cheap. And why did we decide to rent it? Do you know the magnificent Halong Bay cliffs and picturesque horizons? A day or 2 day trip would cost us around $100, and since we couldn't find a cheaper way, we rented a bike and after almost 4 hours we arrived to the city Halong, where we rented a room for $10 per night. Our hotel was offering a $18 cruise to the Halong Bay, so we took it. It was 3.5 hours of masterpiece.
We just bought some random red and green stuff. We guess it's edible.
It should be a rice cake, but we are not sure. And
Yeah.
we hope it's not something like
Soap.
it's not sweet. Maybe I won't die.
Fun fact, did you know that Vietnamese people love karaoke? It's everywhere. After spending 2 days and 1 night, it was time to go back to Hanoi. And from there with Kiwi.com we booked a flight to Middle Vietnam to the city Da Nang. For a flight we paid €25 per person, which was the greatest deal since the flight was only 1.5 hours. The best deal is to fly from Hanoi to Da Nang because you are saving a lot of time. And the prices are incredibly cheap. With Visa we paid online for our accommodation as well, because it was €50 per person for 4 nights. We paid with our Visa card online because Visa offers foreign payments with confidence. For breakfast we paid €2.
We have some noodles. Smells amazing.
Da Nang is a coastal city in the central Vietnam. The best to visit in Da Nang is definitely the Dragon Bridge, which has fire twice a week, and the super cool night market where you can find anything from food, shoes and a lot of souvenirs. It's also a very popular base for visiting the Bana Hills to the west of the city, which we visited after renting another motorcycle for $7 per day. To enter Bana Hills we had only 1 hour left since we were late to see everything. For entry we paid €8 with dinner included. We had everything there from snail, dragon fruit and other. There is Lantern City in Vietnam and we took our chance to get there with the motorbike and see this masterpiece. At night everyone is sailing through the river in gondolas full of lanterns. In Hoi An you can eat salak fruit. Guys, we are now going to try snake fruit, which is a fruit from a palm.
Okay guys, let's open it. It looks like dragon eggs from Game of Thrones or something. Okay.
Is it sweet?
Sweet and sour. Good.
And a lotus water.
Everyone was saying that we need to try malt water. It's basically a tea with lotus, but it's kind of salty. I don't know why, but it's salty.
Yeah, probably there's a lot of herbs or like curcuma or ginger ones.
We spent only 90 cents for both things.
The huge star of the Hoi An is Kazimierz Kwiatkowski, the Polish architect, which helped to protect the city, and that's why we can walk with this beautiful street in the old town, because in other case it would be totally destroyed.
So it's the tasting part, and we are tasting everything they have. So we will see how much it would be at the end, but we are tasting everything they have.
And of course it wouldn't be as if we won't find the best place to eat.
But there's a lot of vegetables and some kind of chili oil, so it's really good. A little bit spicy, but not too spicy. And now time for spring rolls, the most classic. Bella.
In local market we found a place where everything costs around €1, so we took many things and ate everything. We have visited one more city in Vietnam. Do you want to see more? Stay tuned for the second part, where we will show you which city in Vietnam we visited as the last one, how much we spent overall, and a huge surprise